friends, now I'm going to start my new video. It is on Earth. So as you can see, our Earth is a planet that is also called as a blue planet. It is in the solar system in Milky Way galaxy. It is a planet that only contains life and we are the people that live on it. So you most would be knowing about it because it is the planet that you are living on. So it is very easy, but I am going to revise you. So as you can see, a planet has lots of layers. They are divided into two parts, atmosphere and soil. So in the atmosphere, there are 5 layers. You can consider as 4 because fifth one did not consider, but we can consider as the last layer. So first layer is the troposphere, where the birds and the all life is existing. We can't go upper than the troposphere without any oxygen mask because the gravity and the temperature will freeze us. There is very freezingly cold winds above the troposphere. And troposphere only is the place where birds and other things can fly. Stratosphere. This is the place where UV rays protection shield of Earth is placed. This shield protects Earth from the UV rays of the sun that come in our daily lives. These rays are harmful to our skin. Mesosphere. It is the very biggest layer that is very huge. It is only the gap between the thermosphere and the stratosphere. It is nothing else, anything else. So all the planes do not fly in mesosphere, they fly in stratosphere at maximum height. And at mesosphere, the highest record of a hot air balloon was made in earlier centuries in 90s. But now they are made more than exosphere by satellites. So first, thermosphere. A thermosphere is a very cold, a freezy layer of Earth at atmosphere. It is the coldest layer of Earth, and the coldest place of the Earth is not Antarctica nor the Arctic Pole, but it is the thermosphere because the thermosphere at the Antarctica and the Arctic Circle site is very freezingly cold. And exosphere. It is nothing else than a space because all the satellites float in exosphere. The upper part of thermosphere that is contacted with the space is also known as the exosphere. You cannot consider it at a atmosphere because it is not also at atmosphere, it is space. But we can also call it as exosphere. Don't remind it like everything in the space is exosphere. It is only till the earth. Now in soil. The soil is underground the earth, not above the earth. It is divided into 4 parts. 4 atmospheric parts and 4 soil parts. So first is crust. Crust is the above mantle or any layer that is at the above of the earth. The layer on which we walk, we build and we swim and other activities is done on the crust. The most record of digging down is still the mantle of the crust. So the crust is very deeper. It is down till meters, and then we come to mantle. Mantle has very large rocks in it. Nobody knows why. Scientists know that there is gravity, so the big rocks come down and the smaller particles goes up. And because of this only, it is very hotter than the crust. Crust is the cooler part of the earth, and whereas mantle is very hot, not even hot, but outer core. It is the covering of the core that is very hot. It is made up of iron, melted iron and other chemicals. Inner core. It is the part of the earth that generates the magnetic fields. If there would be no inner core, there would be no magnetic fields. So as you can see, these are some of the layers. Now we can move, where are they? So first I will tell you about the atmosphere. These are labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And these are the exosphere that you can consider satellites, space jumps and etc. So they are, the first one is a troposphere. It is very near to the earth. This is the earth. If the troposphere is 1, it is very near and small. Second, stratosphere. The stratosphere is above the troposphere and below the mesosphere. It is the second point here. This one. Then mesosphere. It is very large part and very big, and it is above the stratosphere and below the thermosphere. So thermosphere is the hugest and the freezingly cold part of Earth, and that I told you earlier. And this is the biggest and the freezingly cold part of Earth's atmosphere. And fifth, exosphere. It is the last time that exosphere was existed in 90s, but now scientists have believed that exosphere is not existing because it is a part of the space. We call it as space. So now we move to layers of soil. Soil is inner core, outer core, crust, mantle. These are some of the soils. But crust also has many of them. I will tell you in other further videos. So the first one is crust. It is having very minor particles of sand and very small rocks. In the mantle, there are large rocks in number and they are very big in size than the crust. And then outer core, it is very dense and of metal. Inner core, it is the made of iron, melted iron, and is the hottest part of Earth. It generates the magnetic field. So these were all the layers, and now I am going to tell what is the position of Earth. So the position of Earth is third from the solar system and is between the habitable zone. This only makes our planet water and life on it. So thank you. Please subscribe, like and comment my video.